Good morning, my name's Ava. Today I have a quick 10-minute stretch just to kind of wake up the hips, the spine, and a little bit of the mind before you start your day. So we can start in easy seat, which is what I'm doing here, or you can just crisscross applesauce, whatever feels best. And then gently close our eyes, our palms could find our knees. Roll your shoulder blades back, let them fall down your spine, and relax your jaw. Release the tongue from the top of your mouth. And inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Hands come to heart center. And right now you can set your intention for the day, which I strongly recommend doing. And it's even better if you have a journal by your side. Maybe you write it down. Maybe you come back to this intention at the end of the day and see if you moved with it throughout the day. So maybe my intention today is to have, give myself patience, and that can look in a lot of different ways. So I set my intention, my eyes are rested, my face is calm. Inhale through the nose one more time. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Look up at your fingers. Exhale, right palm plants, fingers walk out a little bit and push the ground away. Spiral open through your chest. And follow your breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side, left palm plants, fingers walk out, push the ground away, spiral through your chest. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left palm grabs a hold of my right knee and my right fingertips tent behind my spine, and I twist on my exhale, maybe gazing over my right shoulder. Breathe into this twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side, right palm, left knee, left fingertips tent, and maybe gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale back to center. My palms can find my knees, and slowly my right ear drops to my right shoulder. And maybe this is enough. Maybe if you just tilt your nose to the ground a little bit more, find an angle that you can really feel a stretch right in your traps and in your neck. Stay here for a breath. And on your inhale, your nose begins to follow a half circle to your other shoulder, and your exhale releases for the full circle. And keep following that breath. When you're ready, meet me in a neutral spine, neutral neck. And then we, inhale, our left ear drops to our left shoulder. Find that angle that feels good to you and take a breath. And same thing the other side now. So my inhale, my nose drops, my chin drops. I roll over to my right shoulder. My exhale, I make that full circle with my nose. My head sits back. And after that last circle, we can start making these circles a little bit bigger by falling into our chest. So opening up through the hips, then pushing the knees away and pulling yourself forward. Just a repeated little motion here. Keep following your breath. Other way. Awesome, and when you're ready and you find a neutral spine, you can roll over your knees, tuck your toes, and I'll flip here so you can see. tuck your toes, and we'll head into some cat-cows. So first of all, I'm not dumping to my wrist. I'm pushing out of the ground with my fingertips. They're kind of clawing away. My elbows are spiraling forward. So I inhale, my belly drops, my shoulder blades roll back, and I push and reach forward. My heart's opening. I have a tilt in my neck. Exhale, round out, counter that, belly to spine for cat pose. We'll do 2 more of these. So inhale, cow, belly drops, gaze lifts, push your heart forward, don't dump into the wrist. And exhale, round it out, chin tucks, belly to spine. Awesome, find your neutral tabletop, knees go wide, big toes touch, hips sink back, maybe your arms come out forward for a child's pose. If this feels too much on your hips, you can walk your knees a little bit closer in and just sink back that way. Or you can have your head up on a block, you can stack your forearms, you can rest on your forearms, whatever feels good. Here for 2 more breaths. When you're ready, come back to that neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes, engage your core. 1 big inhale. On your exhale, your hips send back for a downward facing dog, chest to thighs. Pedal out your feet. Maybe you need a really big bend right now. Like right now, I could use a bend to get my chest to my thighs, which is just a saying, but you don't actually have to do it. Just getting into my calves here, pushing the ground away, again with my fingers, not my wrist. Inhale, ripples me forward into a plank. Exhale, and my shoulders shift over my wrist. Exhale, chaturanga arms. Inhale, open up through the chest, pull forward for a cobra upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes or just tuck the toes. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Inhale, big toes to touch. Right leg high. And exhale, step it through for a low lunge. You have the option to drop your back knee or keep it lifted. But my left palm plants and my right palm reaches for the sky. Maybe I splay open a little bit, but just keeping my shoulders stacked and engaging my core, pushing it on my feet. Okay, exhale. I toe heel out my right foot just a little bit to the outer edge of my mat, and my right hand comes inside. So both hands are inside my right foot here. I have the option to drop that back knee again and maybe walk onto my forearms, maybe push away that right knee coming onto the knife edge of my foot. That might be too much for you, so just play with your edge, but do not hurt yourself. We're just waking up. Awesome, come back, plant your hands, and step all the way back to downward facing dog. Three-legged dog.
Hello.
I'm making a video.
Oh.
Right ankle comes underneath the left hand, right knee underneath the right hand. Slide your left leg back, check your toes, make sure they're going in a straight line. Walk your fingertips back just a little bit, opening your heart before your forward fold into pigeon. Again, you can use a block here for your head. You can stack your forearms, or you can fold all the way down. Try to plug that left hip down so you're not just splaying open. And if this is a lot right now, you also have the opportunity to go into a modified pigeon on your back. my left knee is bent, my right ankle comes over my left knee. I can push away my right knee, or I can interlace my fingers and grab my left thigh towards my chest. And I can keep pushing away my right knee if I really need. But you take what feels good. And we'll do one more breath here. Full breath. Slowly start to walk up onto your hands, sit back on your right hip. Left leg comes over, so my left foot is next to my right thigh. And we'll just counter this really quick. So I can pull my left knee into my chest, inhale my right arm high, and when I exhale, my right elbow comes into my left knee, my left fingertips tent, and I just get a nice spinal twist here. Maybe gazing over my left shoulder. And release. You can counter that by just coming over for a little push-up, twisting, and cracking my spine there. And then meet me back in downward facing dog. However you want to get there. So same thing, other side. Inhale, big toes to touch, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Find a nice low lunge. Inhale, my right palm plants, left palm is high, maybe a splay open. Pushing out of both feet equally. Exhale, release, both hands come inside my left foot finds the outer edge of the mat. Here I can drop my knee, I can come onto my forearms, I can push that left knee away. I can also stay up where we were before. My palms plant, my toe tucks. I send my left leg back into the sky for three-legged dog. And on my exhale, my left ankle comes behind my right wrist and my left knee behind my left wrist. I check my right toes, make sure they're a straight line, walk my fingertips back, a nice inhale, opening up the heart. For our exhale and fold it all over. Don't worry about having a parallel line here. See how I have such an angle on my calf, and that's totally okay. So walk down your forearms as much as you can. That feels good. Very important part. Plug down that right hip. We're not just opening up like this. Plugging down that right hip and finding our pigeon. And you have the option to go into modified pigeon on our backs. Right knee stays bent. Left ankle over right knee, pushing away my left knee, or maybe interlacing my fingers behind my right thigh and pulling it towards my chest. Maybe my elbow gets into that pocket of my knee, my left knee, and just pushes it away too. So wherever you are is great. We'll just finish up here with another breath. And when you finish that breath, you can roll onto that left hip. Your right foot swings around and plants on the outside of your left thigh. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale your left arm high. Exhale, the elbow bends, finds the right knee, and your right fingertips tent behind you for a tall spine. And maybe you look over that right shoulder. Relax the face. And twist to counter that chaturanga arms. I just push into my calf almost with my right elbow and just give both elbows a good bend. And now we can slowly roll onto our backs. And tuck both knees into the chest. Massaging out the lower back with a rock back and forth. I love doing this. Right knee stays in, left leg goes long. Maybe pushing it out to the left side, opening up the right arm for a T. My gaze is over my right fingertips. Inhale brings us back to center. Switch out the legs. Same thing, other side. My right palm takes my left knee and twists. Ooh, hear that? And my left arm makes a T and my gaze is over on the fingertips. Breathing into that twist. Inhale back to center. Give yourself a squeeze with both knees to the chest. Maybe tuck into a ball here. You can rock again. You have the option to do any pose that I missed that you still feel like your body needs. Please take them. We can bend both knees. The soles of our feet find the ground underneath our butt. And if you want, you could push up your hips, engaging your core for a bridge pose. Maybe if you have a block, it's really nice to do a restorative bridge with a block under you here, under your lower sacrum. You could interlace your fingers, walk your shoulder heads under your back, and just push up a little bit more. If wheel's in your practice, of course you can take wheel. Please just be safe. And release to the ground all the way. Feet go long, finding the corners of your mat. Palms face the sky. And we'll give a nice little body scan. So release the tension in your toes. Let your heels be heavy on the earth. Feel all points of contact with you in the earth. So your calves, maybe your thighs. Release the tension in your hips, your fingertips. You can get really heavy. When we slowly move up to our face, we relax the eyes, relax the space in between the eyebrows. Unclench the jaw, release the tongue from the top of your mouth, and take a nice inhale. Fill the belly all the way up, and release. You're ready. You can wiggle your toes and fingers, bringing some life back into the body. Maybe arms come up overhead for a full body stretch. And you roll into a fetal position on the right side, taking one full breath before meeting me with your eyes still closed, back where we started in our easy seat. Hands come back to heart center. Tuck your chin just a little bit. Think back to the intention you first started with. And thank yourself for showing up today, for carving out time for yourself. And I hope you go eat a nice meal. You're able to journal down some thoughts, and that you move with whatever intention it is you had. Namaste.